You gave me weird, fun, and chaotic comments, and I turned them into characters. Welcome to Subscribble. Let's get started. But first, what is Subscribble? Basically, I take my subscribers' comments and turn them into characters. From there, I create a story. A little context before the first character. I posted a short a couple weeks ago asking for crazy character ideas. But I accidentally left it on the gaming category because I am in fact a professional. Realizing my mistake, I deleted the post and re-uploaded it. And thankfully, the person who commented on the first short commented again. So let's start with her. This is Stella. The comment made me picture her as either a planet or a space dog. Naturally, I chose both. I imagine her as an energetic ball of starlight who is always cheering everybody on. For a profession, I made her like a contortionist, or at least she thinks she's a contortionist. In reality, she'll attempt to backbend and then end up taking a nap on the floor. As for the actual drawing itself, I really wanted to play into like swirly oranges and like a galaxy-inspired just drawing in general, and I really love how it turned out. Now, for those of you who are really paying attention, you might be wondering who this guy is. The prompt is, a rat that can talk and think like a human, controlling a puppet since the rat, Colin, is trying to be human. He's horrible at convincing people the puppet is a human. So, from this prompt, Colin sounds like he has identity issues, but besides that, he sounds like a really happy guy who loves to do puppets. I imagine he's the puppet master, and even though he tries to convince the world that the puppet is a human, no one believes him. The kids love it, though. I don't think he actually believes the puppet is a human. I think he's just stuck on trying to prove it anyways because of pride. He seems like the type of guy who thinks he's the most refined person in the world, but ends up eating TV meals on the couch with his best friend. Now, if you're wondering about the rabbit and why I didn't make it an actual human puppet, I promise we will get back into that because I did end up tying one of the other prompts into his little sidekick character. A red horse jumping rope with spaghetti, wearing a tutu made of oranges, a family Mad Gab combo. Gabriella was interesting because I couldn't decide if I wanted her to be horse-human or just horse-ish. I don't know, something like that. So I ended up just going with a horse that stands like human, and it may be a little cursed, but I really do like how she turned out. I will say I did not end up putting oranges into the prompt because I couldn't figure out how to get it to fit while also like making her spaghetti themed, which I also think I failed a little bit with making her spaghetti themed. Also, I sound really nasally. It's because I've been struggling with seasonal allergies, but I'm still doing this, so it's fine. But yeah, she was really cute. I liked her. So you might be wondering why we're going back to the puppet, and it's actually because of this comment right here and their request. I thought it'd be really cool to try and combine the two, but I actually had a really hard time doing this because one, I was combining a porcelain doll with a puppet. But eventually I got something that I was really happy with, even though I don't think it fully goes with the prompt itself. It's a good companion for Colin. I got really excited when I saw this. A humanoid hedgehog girl with caramel fur and lilac eyes. It just, oh man, I got my creative juices just whirling. I was so excited to jump into it. By now, I switched from because I was drawing on Sketchbook, and I was having a lot of trouble I actually can't remember what I was having trouble with, but I think part of it was I was frustrated with the lack of like filters and layers, and they don't have folders on Sketchbook, so I can't organize my layers very easily, and it was just starting to become kind of like tedious for me. So I switched back to Ibis Paint X, which is actually one of the first programs I started using when I got into digital art. But all that to say, I started screen recording instead of using the actual feature, which is why these next couple of videos are a little bit slower, and I spliced them up quite a bit. But anyways, I gotta find my notes real quick. Because believe it or not, I wrote a script for this. I'm just not very good at following my script. How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. Oh, there we go. Found it. When I saw this, I was like, I wanted... Oh goodness. I am struggling today. I saw all these characters and they were all very unique in different ways, and I knew that I wanted to like create kind of like a circus family. Like they have their own little circus and then everyone has a role. So like Stella's a contortionist, Gabriella is like a performer and acrobat, Colin is like a mind games person, all of that. For Gabriella, no, not Gabriella, sorry. I named this girl Lily off of the person that commented. I wanted her to be the strong woman, like kind of like the strong man, but instead she's a humanoid hedgehog strong woman. I imagine her super like feisty and really strong because of like, I don't know what breed she is. I don't understand how animals work in this little world that I've created for them, but I imagine that she's like really confident amongst all of her friends, and then when she performs, but when it comes to like public speaking, she gets all choked up and defensive. But I think she'd be really fun to like write a little story about. Yeah, we can all see this one's gonna be quite simple. I've never really enjoyed like potty humor, I guess. It never was really like enjoyable, so I kind of was like trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go, because originally when I created like Subscribble, I wanted my subscribers or people who are watching to give me ideas, and then I'd take those like say they said lemon, and I would like create a character, a human based off of that. But I ended up getting a lot of like animal prompts, which I ended up enjoying a lot more because I was able to create like this crazy circus. But as for this guy, I was like, what am I even doing? Thankfully, he was pretty simple. And I didn't have to worry about him too badly, but I saw the profile picture, I saw the little top hat, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's the ringmaster. This guy is the one who's trying his best to keep the show going, and he loves cats apparently. I just imagine that he's got like cats in his trailer, and every day he goes back and he just like has his designated snuggle time with his cats while he's planning out his next big idea, or like how he's gonna rope in more like ticket sales. I don't really know much more about him. I think he does really care and is passionate about his circus and his friends, but I think he definitely is a little bit too ambitious, like a typical circus master and all the things. But yeah, for someone who doesn't like drawing toilets, he turned out okay. Oh, and I had to draw him with this cat. Well, so you know how I don't like potty humor? I also don't like the Coraline movie. And I'm sorry for being like such a downer, I guess, but I think it's kind of creepy, and I'm not big on horror or like anything that comes remotely close to like being horror-ish. I don't know. So when I saw this prompt, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to be creative on this one. And I'm actually really glad that the person gave me this, because I ended up creating one of my favorite characters. So thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone for me to be creative and to make something I'm not comfortable with be my comfort zone. I don't know if that made any sense. It did in my head. Okay. Notes. My notes are so unorganized. If I'm writing a script, I need to either be the most organized ever or just not write one in general, because this in-between is killing me. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, so since the comment wanted me to take my favorite things and make Coraline dolls based off that, I decided I really wanted to create a seamstress. And I wanted her to look kind of like the Coraline character, but like in my own style. And she makes all the costumes for the circus, but in her free time she makes little dolls of all of her favorite things. So some of my favorite things are goats, art, ice cream, like my job. I work in an ice cream shop, and I think writing was the other one. But goats are actually really hard to draw. As you can see here, I want to do like a little short sometime because I have goats and I really want to teach myself how to draw goats. So if that'd be something somebody is interested in, then I will make a little short on how to draw goats because, oh goodness, they are difficult. I need to not use the word It's like a filler. It's supposed to be funny word, but every time I re-listen and try to like figure out how I'm gonna edit this, I just cringe every single time I go so we're gonna try not to do that. I kind of like imagine her as like a really like sassy seamstress, and of course her name is gonna be Coraline because I don't know what else I'd name her. But I kind of imagine her as like an introvert, and she doesn't really do well with crowds of people, which is why she likes to just make dolls, because it's like her favorite thing to do, and she's more comfortable. Her friends can sometimes see her as maybe a little odd, but I know that they definitely value her skills. I really want to know like how she joined the circus, because she gives off like steampunk, but like a seamstress steampunk. And I think it's just the goggles that are not really goggles. They're supposed to be like, I was like, it'd be so cool if I did like buttons for glasses. No, that was not, I mean, it looks cool, but it's not functional. So honestly, I don't even think she uses them. I think she just likes wearing them because she likes how it looks. But I'm like really curious how she got roped into joining this little band of circus people, but I think she enjoys it. She enjoys making stuff by herself. Again, her and Lily are like, I just want to write a story about them because they're interesting, and I really like want to know their backstories. Ugh, I just need to like dedicate a whole video to writing them like deep backstories and like giving them a story. Oh, it makes me so happy. But yeah, she's a really cool character. I still don't like the Coraline movie, but I love how she turned out, and I would be happy to draw her again. I saved the best for last, and I quite literally mean that. This was one of the first prompts that came in, and I saved it to draw last. Why? Well, it was because I was really excited about it, and I knew that if I used that as like encouragement to draw all the other ones, then I would get the video done a lot faster. Which I actually finished the drawings a week after finals week, and then I never got around to editing because I was just so burned out from school. So I would say this method kind of worked. But anyways, back to the actual drawing itself. I got so stinking excited about this for a couple reasons. One, it's just creative. There's a lot of different ways you could take it. I honestly wish that I had been a little bit more like creative in like figuring out how to draw him. I was running out of time, but he's cool. And the second reason is I'm like planning for a new novel series that I want to work on after I finish the series I'm already working on, that has to do with like racing and a fantasy world that like bends around people loving to race in cars. Vroom vroom. And so I just was like, oh yes, this guy would fit in so perfectly. And I ended up stealing the color scheme from one of my main characters just so I could use it. As for like his backstory, I actually think that he and Lily are siblings, because you never see, he's got his helmet on, so honestly, he probably could be a humanoid hedgehog boy, and we just don't know it. So I think that he and Lily are siblings, and they came to the circus together, Lily being the humanoid hedgehog strong woman, and he became the stunt driver. And so they live together this is their job, is they love doing this as a team. And maybe they get to like do routines together. That'd be so cool. I love him. He's great. When I got into shading, I was a little bit more like quick, maybe a little lazy. I'm sorry about that. But I still really enjoyed him. I actually ended up having two versions of him, but I scrapped the first one because the pose wasn't working out, and I really wanted to color a drawing I felt proud of, and so I just scrapped all of it instead of trying to like force it to look better. Yeah. I'm trying to, did he have a name? I'm like trying to see in my notes. Oh, he's okay. I found it. My notes say he's a pretty quiet guy, but he's a good silent leader. Whenever the group has a problem, they usually let Rev handle it. So apparently his name is Rev, and I completely forgot that. I'm glad that I know what a month old a month younger out. I'm struggling. It's nice knowing what past Avalon thought about this guy. I'm not writing a script again. I think the script actually slowed me down. I posted the Subscribble short during finals week, and so my motivation to work on the video was sapped instantly from all my tests. And so by the time I was done, I had no motivation to work on the like editing at all, cuz editing is my least favorite part, partially because I'm a very rough editor. I don't have the skills to do it. It's something that I have to teach myself right now. Yeah. So, saying that, I am sorry that this video took so long, and I think to get better at editing, I'm going to focus on shorter videos with less characters. So, if I do more Subscribble episodes, which I actually really want to do, it just depends if I get enough prompts. I might make another short to advertise it, because shorts get like more views on my channel because I'm still fairly new. I want to make long form content, but I might make another short just to get more prompts. And then I'm going to split it up into smaller episodes with maybe like 3 characters per episode. So I can really focus on the quality of my editing instead of trying to just do one voiceover, say a lot, and like pretend to be funny and pretend to be interesting and to just not care about what I'm saying, aka what I'm doing right now. I really would like to get better at quality. I was really proud of how the beginning of this video turned out, but again, it's taken me a month to edit it, so the quality has definitely dipped down. But hey, look at that! Now I can see my timetable, and the drawing is finished! Again, I love this guy! He's so cool! And I ended up drawing him with Lily because, yes, I love their duo. And here's the logo for Circus Animals. I'm seeing I have to wrap up. Oh no. I love these guys. I think that they make a really cute circus. And honestly, I've said this a ton, but I kind of want to write a small story about them because there's so much possibility for the creativity just go everywhere. Or maybe you guys could write a story for them, or at least give them more backstory than I lazily did. I don't know. For my first episode of Subscribble, I'd say this is a success. I don't know how many people are going to actually watch because this video definitely got very long at the end. So, thank you guys again. For those of you who stuck around to the end of the video, I did not deserve for you guys to stick to the end of the video. The quality definitely dipped pretty fast. But if you have any more ideas for Subscribble, comment them below. Please, I'd love to do this again, but I need prompts. And I hope you guys have a really good day. Thank you!